Last question I wanted to ask you was, you kind of breeze over some of these dark night of the soul moments that you've had, but it can't be that easy. I mean, especially when you say, well, I could lose my medical practice, which has been, generations with you. It's in your DNA, but you're like, I had to get the truth out. I mean, it can't be that easy when you're home alone in the dark thinking, do I really want to push forward with this? And you've had a bunch of those over the past few years. Like, how do you really deal with those situations?
Yeah, so first of all, I think who I am as a human has been shaped very much by my upbringing, right? I had two parents who were very kind, compassionate people, but also said that your primary duty is to the community. But with a rational thinking, I also think that if you look after yourself, you behave in a right, good way, and you work hard, but simultaneously know that you have to help the community, it comes back to you, right? So it's all kind of synergistic. We don't live in cocoons. So I think that's a rational approach, not just a virtuous one. Okay. But also my dad always encouraged me to stand up to bullies and speak truth to power. Always. He was like that. He was arrested twice as a junior doctor, as a student leader in India for calling out government corruption, right? So there's something probably in the gene. So I saw that and I admired him for it. And whenever I was getting backlash over the last 10 years of all the stuff I was doing, he never said, Aseem, stop. He was worried about me and worried about my career, but he never said stop. He wanted me to keep going. So I think that's part of who I am. I'm ingrained in that way. And also maybe there's a fighter in me. I was very sporty. I captained sports teams and all that kind of stuff at school. And I think there's an element of that's in me as well, that is not afraid to get into battle, right? So there's all of that. Yeah. But you're right. When I made that comment earlier about, having some satisfaction or whatever, thinking that there's progress taking place, that's my rational mind speaking. There's also the emotional mind. And yes, Brian, it is not easy. It's at times it's very tough, and there are times where I think I could lose everything. Everything could just shatter tomorrow. But I take a few deep breaths. But it doesn't stop me moving forward. It doesn't hinder me because I'm already down this path. So I'm just going to keep going. And I just believe in humanity and humans, and I found in this journey, in everything I've been doing, even when I've been at points where I'm on a very thin line between doing something that shifts the needle in a positive way and complete abject failure and everything crashing. The chair of the BMA, who was my dad's friend, has said, when all my stance and stuff I did on statins, he said, Aseem, you've survived against all the odds. So. But actually, I find that when you come from a place where you know in your own heart that you are doing things that are for the good of your fellow human beings, for your patients, and you have a deep knowledge and understanding in a way that a lot of people don't understand yet around what's true, it's very empowering, and it gives you a bit of a shield. Right. And you're willing to accept whatever comes your way. Yeah. And also, I think, to be honest, Brian, as well, I think I have also personally suffered a lot of loss. I lost my mother prematurely. She died in 2018. She was 68. Again, related to lifestyle issues and other things that went on. My father, I lost my brother when I was young. I got that experience of immediate family bereavement as an 11-year-old boy, losing his older brother who was 13. So I think that has maybe also shaped me as well, and I become very philosophical, and I think that suffering is inevitable for all of us in life. So how do you turn suffering into something positive? How do you grow from suffering? And sometimes we have to be greater than what we suffer. And I've done a very deep dive into that, and I've been helped by reading the works of the Buddha and Socrates. And even more recently, I think someone who articulates the importance of doing something meaningful in life and having purpose, who articulates it very well, is Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, very much so.
So yeah, that's what keeps me going. But yes, it's tough, but it's worthwhile.
And that Martin Luther King quote was just keep moving forward.
Absolutely.
Keep moving forward.
And of course, we've got this big community as well, right? Yeah. We have a tribe of good people.
Yeah.
You know,
Amazing
and I have
people.
people coming out from all different parts of, you know, not just people at the grassroots and people who come up to me in the street and who are emotional and say, keep going, and random places all over the world. But also some very influential, very powerful people who are, you know, who have been part of the system, who've earned their money from this corporate capitalist system, but are like realizing, hold on a minute, this isn't right. No, we really want to help you and support you. And so I have faith that we are, you know, we're on the right side of history. We are winning, and ultimately we have to transform the system. Otherwise, we are heading towards oblivion, unfortunately.
Amen to that. So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. The greedy bankers are about to do it again. In 2008, they crashed our financial system and nearly bankrupted the entire global economy. Then they received trillions of dollars in government bailouts. And after, they demanded fat bonuses paid for by you, the taxpayer.
It turns out the banks haven't just been screwing the American taxpayers, they're also screwing over their investors. Turns out the banking industry is the worst place you could put your money, despite enormous taxpayer bailouts.
Now the bankers are back to take away your financial freedom. They lie and tell you that cryptocurrency isn't safe. They try to make it illegal for you to choose how to invest your hard-earned money. They lie and say cryptocurrency is used by money launderers and criminals. But look at the record. It's the banks themselves that launder hundreds of billions of dollars every year to the biggest criminal operations in the world.
Leaked documents have revealed how some UK banks have helped criminals, money launderers and Russians under sanctions.
American authorities discovered that the Sinaloa cartel moved $881 million through HSBC accounts as bank officials turned a blind eye to the illegality.
The bankers lie and say cryptocurrency is not a real investment. Meanwhile, the smartest CEOs in the world are buying billions and billions of it. The truth is that banks lie about cryptocurrency because it makes them scared. The banks take $9 trillion per year of your hard-earned money, and they are worried that they will finally be exposed. They're scared because crypto means they can no longer control your money, which means they can no longer control you. They are scared because you might actually understand your money and intelligently decide what to do with it. Now is the time for us to come together, fight back, and take control. It's time to educate ourselves, our families, and our communities. Because financial education means financial freedom. We know that cryptocurrencies will help us build the new decentralized financial system of the future. A banking system that is of the people, by the people, and for the people. A banking system where access to finance is a fundamental human right. A banking system that is free and fair and welcomes all humans on this earth. The DeFi revolution is happening. We, the people, can no longer be fooled.
We choose to take control of our finances. We choose to take control of our freedom. We choose to take control of our future. Join us, and let's take back our financial freedom forever.